Are we? Welcome to the live stream, live from Chiang Mai in northern Thailand. Hello, Hobby Time. Welcome. See you there in chat. And welcome to the stream. And yes, we're somewhere different this time. This time we are not out at a cafe or anything special. I'm here at home in my condo. A private party of 1 year in Thailand. It is actually almost exactly to the day 1 year ago that I showed up on these amazing shores. And yeah, fantastic. Now we should have really good fast internet with no lag, no issues at all, because my internet was fixed here at the condo last week. I was only getting less than 100 megabyte per second upload and download speed when it should be 300. In fact, this month, because I'm no longer on the contract, they put me up to the next level, which is 500 megabytes by 500 megabytes. Yeah, that's what I'm getting almost. When I run the speed test, I'm hitting 400 upload and download speed, and we're using the Wi-Fi here, so we should be good. And I hope you like I pulled out the Christmas decorations. We've got a little bit of tinsel around here to help celebrate the 12 months I've survived Thailand. And also a big thanks out there to all those people that not only watched my video review of 12 months here, but all the 100 plus new subscribers that came to the channel from watching that video. Fantastic. And I think we're at, I don't remember, is it 5,000 or 6,000 views on that video? So very, very popular. We're still averaging, going by the analytics, around about 1 or 2 views per minute. So I'm really happy that that's been of interest to so many people out there. You're looking forward to having breakfast. Look, mate, I've got the coffee here. We've got coffee. It's not my cup. I love Germany. I've never been there, but I'm sure it's a fantastic place, and I'm sure a lot of people love Germany. But yeah, the Dome of Cologne is in there, which looks a bit like the Sydney Harbour Bridge to me. And the, what is it? That cathedral in Paris, Notre Dame, but obviously not. But it does look like that. Oh no, it doesn't really when you look a couple of times. So to everybody in Germany, cheers. I don't know what you say. So we're in the condo. This is the condo that I did the video on. That's around about the $200 a month rent here. Also a very popular video. In fact, almost one of the most popular videos of all time. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is where my abode is, and the view outside at the moment, and I'll show you a little later on, is hazy to say the least. Hey, all tied up. How are you, mate? How's it going up there? Oh no, sorry, all tied up. I'm thinking of someone else. We've got quite a few subscribers that are here living in this particular condo. It's a very popular place. All Tied Up is, as I made contact with him, because things went quiet, he's on a Discovering Thailand motorbike tour for his own All Tied Up channel. As far as I'm aware, he was in Krabi. He's made it from the very northern tip of Thailand all the way down to the south on his brand new Kawasaki that he just bought a few weeks ago. And he's made it to the border of Malaysia, and now he's on his way back, I think. And wasn't feeling too well for a while there. I think he had the flu or something. But so there's a bit of a delay on the adventure trip videos coming out. But we're waiting. We're waiting in high anticipation for your next contribution to our knowledge with your trip. But like I said, you got down there pretty quick. Less than a week and a half, I think, might have taken you to get down south. the whole length of Thailand. That's quite, you know, I want you to take your time. You don't want to miss out on things in between. You know, just cruise along. You know, if a scooter was more comfortable, I'd do it on a scooter because I'd be going slower. I'd be off the highways and taking every back street I could possibly find. And that'd be the adventure. But he's done some good stuff. Get over to All Tied Up, check out his channel and subscribe to him. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a little bit misty out there. It's a little bit foggy. I certainly cannot see the mountains in the distance like I used to be able to. They're gone. It's fairly hazy. I don't smell the smoke. There is smoke out there, that's what it is. I don't smell it, but I don't know. Some people do. I think it's because I've just gotten used to it and I just don't notice it anymore. I'm not sure. But it's going to get warmer too. The temperatures at night are still okay. It's about 16, 17 degrees at night. But it's going to get up to about in the low 30s today. And not until the afternoon either. It doesn't get to the 30s, and the top temperature of the day aren't till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not what I'm used to. I'm used to, you know, 11, 12, 1 o'clock back in Australia being the peak time for your highest temperature of the day. So, yeah. Been sick for a while, yes. I uploaded one yesterday, very good. Chilling in Phuket now. Okay, but taking a slow road home to Chiang Mai. Good. That's good. Well, at least the weather will be fine. There's no sign of rain anywhere in the near future. That's next month. That's when we'll need it next month to put all the fires out. Anyway. Yeah, so right now it's still it's only about, say, 20, 24 degrees, something like that, 23, 24 degrees. And of course, we're here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I put the stream up about an hour earlier, only for the fact that I don't have to go out and find somewhere to, and you know, there's a lot less places that are open for me to stop at and do a live stream at 8 in the morning than there are at 9 in the morning. So I thought I'll put this one up a little bit earlier. I'm not going anywhere or planning anything much today. Today I might jump on the scooter and head out to the mountains and find a nice a little cafe for lunch or something. But last night I don't know what it was, a little roadside place just down here. They do crispy pork with rice and a fried egg. And you can have it there, like a little plastic table and chair they've got undercover out there, or you can take it takeout or takeaway. So I got mine takeout and brought it back up here, and it was really nice, really nice. I've had it a couple of times off them before. 55 baht, it's pretty good. So we're looking at less than $3 Australian. That's probably about $2 in the US. So there. Anyway, if you haven't already, and you might get a few saying hello in chat shortly, is hit that chat, let me know where you're from. Say hello in chat. You have to hit the subscribe button first and wait 60 seconds. It costs nothing to subscribe, just hit that button. And I promise you I won't send you advertising emails and all that crap. All you'll get is a notification that a video that might go up once a week, and obviously the live stream once a week. But you're welcome to come back and watch all my past videos. All about life, living and moving and retiring here in Thailand. Not specifically Chiang Mai, where I chose, but most places are related to all over Thailand, most of the subjects that we go into. And of course the last one being about 12 months. It's been 12 months since I moved here. And it's unusual that some people have asked me, oh, does it seem to have gone quick, you know, as time goes quick? Because as you know, as we get older, time seems to go faster. But there's a reason for that. And I can say that 12 months did not go quick. I think it went at a normal pace. I think if I was still back in Australia, in Sydney, that it would have gone quick. And the reason is because you'd be doing your everyday usual thing, going to work, Coming home, doing the same thing, eating the same meals, doing the shopping. You're so visually and all your senses are so used to the same common thing. There's nothing new to add to it, and it just affects your past memory because there's nothing really exciting happened, and it seems to go quick because nothing was added to it that happened. Moving here, completely different. Moving here was completely a new environment. I mean, I've been to Thailand on and off for the last 15 years, almost yearly. Bangkok has always been a stopover for me whenever I leave Australia, wherever I go to Africa or wherever I'm going, and I always make it either a few days or a few weeks in Thailand. But I just subbed All Tied Up. Good on you, mate. Thank you, Hobby Time. So what was I saying? Yeah, so the time does go slower here because new smells, new foods, new sights, new sounds, new everything. It was just so much overload throughout the year, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good. And so, yeah, it went at normal speed, and I'm sure next year will as well. I've just about to, probably next week, sign the new lease for where I am for another 12 months. Been contacted by both my landlady and Perfect Homes that I went through, and as far as I know, they're drawing up the new contract, which I'll be signing. I haven't done this before. I'm sure it's just a repeat of what I've of the same, and rent's not going up or anything like that. So I'll stay here for another 12 months quite happily, for sure, because I can still walk down this same street that I live on and see something new every day, and that's just this street, let alone taking a left or right down one of the little soy laneways and seeing more. So there is a lot to explore in this this city and the surroundings, that it'll keep me busy doing what I want to do and sharing it with you guys as well. If you guys want to come over here and experience Chiang Mai, whether it's for a holiday or to live. I often, I just got to keep checking the chat because sometimes it just doesn't go scroll up on its own. I went to, for example, all right, the night market. Okay, the night bazaar here is a pretty big thing. Now, the Sunday market's the biggest in the country. In the whole of Thailand, the Sunday night market here in Chiang Mai is the biggest, and it really is. And I've been to that a couple of times over the past year. But I've never been to the actual night bazaar, night market on Chiang Klan Road. Never been there. I've been past during the day, and I've seen where they set it all up and get it all organised with all the you know, the stalls already, but never been there. So last week I went out there for the one afternoon about 5:30, and I spent 3 hours. I didn't get back here till about 8:30 at night, and I walked around, and yeah, it was, you know what, it was okay. I'll say it was okay, but I got there a bit early, so a lot of the stalls and that were all still setting up, which was fine. I did a lot of video. I've got a lot of video content, so I will put up a video. It won't be specifically just a walkthrough of the thing. It'll just be a highlights, because there were a few highlights along the way. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I put up a YouTube short from the market of a nice, attractive little Thai girl doing at a food stall, selling scorpions, and she was quite nice enough to oblige as she ate this massive big black scorpion and crunched it away at it while I videotaped her, and I put it up as a YouTube short. It was fantastic. So, but things like that, you know, that you go and see. But it was good. When I say it was okay, it got better, because as I walked my way down the street towards the McDonald's and the other busier areas, I realised that there was a huge market further down. I can't remember the name of it, but I ended up going into there, and it was just full, as far as the eye can see, of just everything being sold all in there. So it was really good. A lot of tourists are still here in Chiang Mai anyway, because I certainly saw them all there. There was a lot of, in fact, it was hard to hear anyone speaking English, of all things. I'm walking around, I couldn't hardly speak everyone's speaking German or Dutch or Russian or whatever it was, but not much German going on. I mean, not much English going on. It was quite unusual. And the fact that I was around so many Farangs, tourists particularly, was not something I was used to, and it was okay, I got used to it. It was quite crowded for a while there. Question from Prestiges. How are you, buddy? Welcome. Hello, can I fly directly into Chiang Mai airport from the US, or do I have to fly into Bangkok and then travel to Chiang Mai? All right. I am not sure. I think there may be direct flights from the US. I think just earlier or late last year, going into the peak tourist season, they started flights from Australia, from Sydney, direct to Chiang Mai, and possibly Brisbane to Chiang Mai. America, I'm not sure about. You would have to just go on to Flight Scanner or one of those and put them in. But it's probably likely they definitely, if they do, there would have been a lot more flights available during the peak season, which is sort of dying off now. And whether they kept them on or not, I don't know. I've got a friend who lives in Texas, and when we were looking at flights for him, the hardest part was finding a place where you could fly to before you could actually get your international flight out. So unless you live in New York or one of the major hubs that fly to Asia and Bangkok, you need to get a domestic flight first for that leg. But I will say, and I'll just check the thing, you're welcome, mate. I will say one thing though, the flight from Bangkok to Chiang Mai is cheap as shit. It really is cheap. I'm not kidding. I mean, and it's only about an hour and a half. I think it's less than that. It might be an hour and 10 minutes. And you fly straight up here. You can get connecting flights in most cases to save you spending a night in Bangkok, which would cost you what the flight would. I mean, it's 1,000 baht. You'll have to work out the maths, all right? It's about 1,000, no, hang on, it's probably less, because that's what it is return. So we're looking at about $100. It's about $100 to fly from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. That's it, you know. Return ticket, yeah, $200. 808 Bear, hello everyone, bought my ticket for Bangkok in September and it was not cheap from Melbourne. Yeah, okay, yeah, from Melbourne. UK to Bangkok, then Chiang Mai. UK to Bangkok, then Chiang Mai, yeah. So it looks like you may have to fly to Bangkok first, but it's no problem. And just give yourself at least 2 hours between flights. You may have to, let me think now, did I have to collect my baggage in Bangkok and then check back in? Yes, I did. Right, so you'll have to go to baggage claim and through immigration at Bangkok and then recheck in your baggage for the domestic flight. So leave yourself enough time for that if you don't want to stay overnight. I mean, you know, once you hop on a train or wherever to get into the city from Bangkok and stay in a hotel and then travel back out to the airport for your connecting flight, that alone would have cost what your flight is. So if you can get the connecting, if you can fly in Bangkok in the morning, any time in the morning till say early afternoon, and then getting a flight so that you get up here late afternoon and then you're still here in the daylight, and you know, I don't like arriving in a new city in the night time anyway, and you can just get familiar and fly here, you know. I mean, a taxi, which you wouldn't do, over here you put an app on your phone for the Bolt, it's called Bolt or Grab, either one, and they're like Uber that you would have in the States, okay? So an Uber, or the equivalent over here from the airport to Chiang Mai city, it's only a 30-minute run at the most, 30 minutes. And it will only cost you about $5 at the most. All right, about $5. So it's a tiny cost. So there you go. Okay, I was confused because it's international airport, but couldn't see any flight. Yeah, they do international because they fly also from. You can fly from here to Vietnam. You can fly from here to Phnom Penh in Cambodia. I think there's a flights from here to Singapore. I know you can't fly direct from Chiang Mai into Myanmar, into Mandalay or Yangon. They need to go through Bangkok. But yeah, if you did, that would save you a little bit of work and so forth. And you know, the airport here is way smaller than Bangkok, but it is a decent sized airport here, that's for sure. But coming in through immigration and customs through Chiang Mai would probably be, I think, a lot quicker and easier than going through Bangkok airport. There you go. Let me just check down the list. I hear Europe prices are expensive. Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Bear, hello Mr. Bear, says, I came to the channel late. Are we talking about connecting flights? Yeah, look, we only just started 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, someone mentioned, are there flights direct to Chiang Mai from the US? And I don't know. I'm not aware of it. But I'm just saying that flying to Bangkok is not really a big inconvenience, you know, so it can be fine. Greetings from beautiful. Oh, I'll give you one more tip. When I flew from Australia into Bangkok and then I had a connecting flight, there was 3 hours between the times. So when I landed, when I went to check in my baggage for the domestic flight up here, there was 5 kilos less on your weight limit for your luggage. So I had 20 kilos was my limit on my check-in luggage. All right, I came here with just one bag, one check-in bag, and it weighed precisely 20 kilos exactly. Was it? No, 25 kilos exactly. But the domestic flight up to here was only 20 kilos, so I got charged excess baggage. All right, so 5 kilos excess baggage on my flight, domestic flight from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. It cost me, it wasn't cheap. It was about 800 baht. It was quite a lot. So just be aware of that too. The domestic flights have a lower check-in baggage thing, okay, if you need to do that. What do you got? Pad Thai, how are you? Greetings from beautiful, clear, cool Sydney. That's great. Pad Thai saying connecting flight to Chiang Mai may originate from Dom Manang. Yeah, example. That's right. So check that as well. There are 2 airports in Bangkok, for those who don't know. Okay, and a lot of domestic flights fly out of Don Manang Airport, especially Air Asia flights. Okay. Now, that was one thing I wanted to make sure that the flight I get, and I end up going with Nok Air, that's the local Thai Airways, Nok Air, and they flew from Suvarna, I can't pronounce it, the main Bangkok airport, all right, because getting to the other airport that's going to take you a lot more time. I mean, I think there's a shuttle bus and so forth, but if you're not familiar with it, it can be confusing. So try and get your connecting flight from the main Bangkok airport as well. Yeah. There you go. All Tied Up's got a good example there. If you like trains, you can catch an overnight train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. Yeah. About 30 Aussie dollars and save a night's accommodation. That's true. 12 hours though, sure. But if you want to pay a little bit more, up to about 50 Aussie dollars, I think it is, you can get a sleeper. You know, you do need to book them ahead. But I've done that in the past, and a sleeper is really good. You get your own cabin where your bunk folds up or down and turns into 2 beds. They come in at about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. There's a dining car on there as well, and the people like the stewards, I guess, on the train would come in and they'd make up your room for you. They'd make the bed, fluff your pillows up, put your bed sheets on, and you're all good. And then in the morning, around about 7 a.m. or an hour before you're due to come into Chiang Mai, they come and take everything away again. It's really good. Now, I was going to say, Pad Thai, yeah, they are using Smart Gate now for foreigners. Now make sure you're keeping the boarding pass just in case. Yes, yeah, so the immigration is a lot quicker now, depending on the country, but for most countries, you all have visa exemption now. It's been extended for 60 days when it was 30 days. So you get 2 months without paying for a visa. You get visa exempt. So you just come through. They put your stamp in there with your date in 2 months' time. You got to leave by. Easy. But yeah, there's this new thing where it's quicker. When I came here last year, and for the last 4 years I've been coming to Thailand, I've been using the VIP service. Okay. Yeah, Bangkok Airways is bad for reduced bag limit. Yeah, that's right. They can be, yeah. Bangkok, Pad Thai, 40 kilo. Shouldn't I? I should have just put out a big smile and winked my eye at the girl and got my, no excess baggage fee at all. Didn't work. 7 kilos down to 5. Is that on? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Have you not heard about the skin tax? Haha. Hey, Peter D. Hello from Australia. Welcome, mate. Welcome. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I want to tell you about the VIP service. So, if you are going to come into peak season, okay, if you are going to come into Bangkok's main airport at a busy time, anywhere during the day really is busy, what you can do is use the VIP service. You can go to the airport's website and they have VIP service there, right? Now, I don't know what the price is now. Maybe it's gone up a little bit, all right? But it costs about 60 or 65 Australian dollars, I think. Or maybe that was US dollars. I think it was about Australian dollars, okay? And I'll tell you what happens there. You do it all online, you pay it, you've got it, you give them your name, your flight details, like your flight number, what time you'll be arriving, and anything extra. Like, are you going to get a connecting flight? Or are you looking for a bus to Pattaya or whatever? Or do you need to train into the city? Okay. Yes, that's right. I think there is a pass that you need to apply online, but I don't know if that's mandatory at the moment. I don't know if that's implemented at the moment. They were having problems having all the countries come together to sort that out. Yeah, you had to do it online, and then within minutes you would get a thing back verifying that's okay, but I don't know. So, yeah, so the VIP service, you pay for that, you get all the details to them, right? And then they verify it. So what happens, which website for that? Look, just Google search VIP Bangkok Airport, VIP service, and it'll come up. I can't think what it is at the moment. So when you get on your plane, when you get off the plane in Bangkok, okay, the moment you walk down that ramp into the corridor off the plane, there'll be someone there, right? A guy or a girl will be there in a suit to meet you with your name on a board, all right? It'll have your name there. You walk up to them, hi, that's me. On the phone, you would show them your receipt for your VIP thing. They'll take your carry bag for you, they'll carry it. If you're a long way from immigration, because that airport is huge and sometimes it can be a 15-minute walk just to get down that end of the airport, they'll have a little buggy for you. You'll hop on that, say goodbye to all those first-class passengers who have to walk and everybody else, and off you go. You go straight down towards the immigration. Immigration can be really, really busy. There can be hundreds of people and the lines can be long, and especially if the officers are going to on their lunch breaks and there might only be 6 there instead of 12. Oh, it's a nightmare. But VIP, you're VIP. They will lead you up around where the pilots and cabin crew go, to the right, up through the VIP service, where you'll come up to the immigration office and there'll be no one there. They're waiting for you. You walk up to them with your passport, with your, that's it, your passport, and then you go through 5 seconds, click, you're done. Okay, you got your visa exempt, whatever it is you're on, you're through. Your VIP escort will meet you right there on the other side. They'll walk you down. If you've got to claim your bags, they'll take you down to the baggage thing, get your ticket, and they'll keep an eye out for your bags. My suggestion is take a photo of what your suitcase looks like and show it to them, and then they'll be able to keep an eye on it for you. Then if you want, and you want to go and get money changed if you want, I don't recommend it, all right, at the airport. I don't even recommend getting a SIM card there at the airport. But if you do, they will help you do that. They'll take you over to the booth and help you and show you where to go. They'll show you where the money change is, which one's best, right? If you have to hop on a train, the Skyway or something, or the MRT, and go into Bangkok to your hotel, they'll walk you, take you down to the railway station. They'll help you buy a ticket and tell you what platform, and off they go, bye-bye, and then I give them like $100 baht tip, all right? Or if you've got a connecting flight to come up here to Chiang Mai or wherever else you might be going, they will, once you've got your baggage, they'll take you to check-in and help you check in your baggage for your next flight. I did all that, right? A couple of years ago, I did all that, met the girl there, she was there, she took my bag, we walked through that whole process and got down, and I was standing outside the airport ready for my pre-booked taxi cab to Pattaya, right? All within, from the time I stepped off the plane, 10 minutes, I was there, I was out. It is really worthwhile doing it. It's worth paying for, it really is. Okay, now I'm going to catch up on chat. The visa pass, we touched on that. I'm not sure. Savannah Bhumi, yep, is too big to walk. Yeah, it's a big airport. It is. But the VIP service is fantastic. You know, it really is. And I'll tell you something else too. The last time I did it, when I came here with my connecting flight, there was my flight was late, okay? It was only 30 minutes late. And when I got off, there was no one there to meet me. I thought, oh, what's going on? So I went to my phone, and obviously now I'm in here, I haven't got a SIM card. I couldn't text or ring them to say where the person was. Fortunately, I'm familiar with the area, so I walked down to immigration, and rather than go where everybody else is to the immigration, I looked around, I couldn't find anybody wearing the VIP stuff, but I did have the voucher on my phone in case I was questioned. So I went round to the right where the pilots and cabin crew go, just on my own, and walked up to the immigration officer, and no one said anything, and he went through and I was out, and I went down, got my own bag, and I went and checked in for my flight. I did it all myself. I don't know what happened to them. They weren't there to meet me. And I'm sure it wasn't because the flight was late. I don't know. Anyway, when I got back here, or when I got to Chiang Mai, a couple of days later when I'd settled in, I went into the app and I messaged them saying that no one was there to meet me. This is my flight, this is when I arrived, there was no one there. They refunded me, right? Within 24 hours of confirming it for me, they refunded me every cent I paid for their service. So, because the person didn't meet me. I don't know why or how it happened. I've used them 4 times, it never happened before, but at least I know that no problem at all, and I got credited back. So there you go. Mr. Bear saying, I fill it out when I go to Cambodia. Yes, I am just unsure what to do when arriving in Thailand. It seems a bit of a mess at the moment. Yeah, I went to Cambodia 2 years ago, so I don't think they had that set up. I also went with my Thai girlfriend at the time, and yes, priority service. That's it as well. Yes, that's right. That's it, mate. Yeah. And because I was with her, we went through where Thai people can go, which was good, which was a little bit quicker. Because there's nothing worse than you arrive in Cambodia. She'd never been there before. I can't speak Cambodian. She can't speak Cambodian, and then we have to split up because I'm a foreigner. Yet Thais can go where Cambodians can go. You know what I mean? And we didn't want to split up because, yeah, so you could go through the same one. Priority service, that sounds right, yeah. I caught a train last time, very new. Yeah, listen, I can hear, if the wind is right, like coming in the direction from the east, at around about 8 in the morning, just before, I can hear the train as it blows its whistle. Is that it? Honks its horn? I don't know. It's neither of those things, is it? It's not a whistle, really. It's not a horn. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I can hear it when it's coming into the station from Bangkok every morning. Just a slightly in the distance there. Yeah, the train station here is probably about a 10-minute motorbike ride from here. September last year. Okay, that's good. There is the second Bangkok airport opening with train like Japan, thank God. Are they opening a second airport? Really? Wow, that's amazing. Look at that. Can I request for wheelchair instead for free Pete? Wheelchair instead of for free Pete. I'm sure you could. Yeah, I'm sure you could. But you're going to have to, limp or something, or amputate a leg. You've got to be convincing. For those who are just coming in the live stream, please say hello in chat. Let me know, say hello and let me know where you're watching from. That'd be great. You've just got to hit the subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and you can wait 60 seconds and you can chat and join us here in chat. You can, if you're already subscribed, there'll be a little plus sign there. You can become a member for just the cost of a cappuccino a month. That's all, $5 Aussie a month. You can help support the channel, which is great. And a lot of people have been doing that, and that is really good. And I'm just watching the videos and watching or skipping the ads and all that. That's all support as well. So it's fantastic. I mean, for example, all right, the last video I just put up, the one that was all about the 12 months, my 12 months here, which explains my little bit of decorations around here, yeah, Christmas tinsel out. Yeah, that video's just gone over, I think it's 6,000 views. It's only been up for a few days, and fantastic. That has already earned me in monetization $20. $20 Australian, not US. So you could halve that now pretty much for US. I think we're only at about 60. Oh, I saw it the other day. Maybe it was higher than that, 65 cents to the US dollar. Anyway, $20. So that's not bad. That's great. That's about almost the cost of my gimbal that I bought here to do the live streaming from, my DJI gimbal. But anyway, also there's super chats there too somewhere. I think down the bottom you can smack one of those little buttons there and get it and whack up a super chat. That'd be nice. I'm just saying, Anyway, it's just that that video alone brought in an extra over 100 subscribers to the channel. So I'm hoping we might get a few new faces on the live stream. That'd be great. Mr. Bear saying, I was happy to get the train service from Thai Airways because I have bung knees. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, that can be hard. Got to go, Pete. Yep, off to Koh Sok National Park today. Oh, that'd be nice. Very nice. Yeah, the national parks are quite nice around here. Some really good ones. Yes, I did get the refund, yes. You just go onto the Thai queue and pretend you are the mainland Chinese. Yeah, that's right. They wouldn't know. Valletta's World, hello, welcome. Hi back, hello. I'm going to have another sip. Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah, because it really is a long walk in most cases on those terminals back to immigration. It is. But as well, from GA moving to Thailand next year or the end of this year. Oh, good. Fantastic. There's so many people moving over here. There's so many expats here. There really are. It's such a popular place, isn't it? I mean, for all the good reasons too. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, I mean, I watch other YouTubers on doing stuff on the Philippines. You know, Philippines are popular as well. But for me, the Philippines, I like to be able to get on a bike and go for a ride and explore, all right? I've only got a scooter that I'm renting, but, you know, in the future I plan on buying a bigger motorcycle and exploring all of Thailand and maybe the neighbouring countries. But I get out and explore. The Philippines is like 4,000 islands or more. You can't really go far on a motorbike. You've got to go island hopping. It's harder to get around. I've never been there, but I don't know what the attraction is. Maybe it's the cost, or maybe it's cheap. Maybe it's the women are pretty. I don't know. You know, the food's good. I know the food's really good. You know, I can't speak for the women though. I had my ex-wife as Filipino, so hey, you know, that sort of puts a black mark on that. But other than that, she could cook Filipino food and it was fantastic. I loved her food. Yes. So anyway, and people go to South America. A lot of Americans go to South America as well. That's a popular spot to go. Yeah, again, never been there. For retirement, you know. Hey, Pad Thai, which month's best to visit Chiang Mai for the pollution level? Yeah, not now. Don't come now. This is not... If you want to come here for the next couple of weeks, that's fine. You'll be okay. But in a couple of weeks' time, from then on, yeah, it's probably going to be bad. And March, into March and April, you never want to. It's not the place to come here. It'll turn you off the place completely if you came here during the smoky season. You know, and for all the wrong reasons. You really got to be out. Got to like. You know, it's got so much to see and do here. It's fantastic. And for just 2 months of the year being really polluted and bad, as far as I'm concerned, that's nothing, because the other 10 months are just fantastic, you know. So, Peter D, what PC games do you like to play? All right. So right now I'm playing No Man's Sky. You've heard of No Man's Sky? They just had that big Part 2, 2.0 update. Now, I stopped playing it about 2 years ago. I still have my save games in there from 2 years ago. Don't remember why I stopped playing it. I got quite a fair way through it. I had my own base, I had my own fleet of freighters and all that stuff in it. It was great. My ex-wife cooks really well. I eat her food. Do I say that clearly? I eat her food. I love her food. I loved her food. Yes. Yeah, so I'm playing No Man's Sky. I was playing Once Human. I still am sort of playing Once Human, but I'm getting a bit sick of every time you play after 6 weeks, they wipe the server and you lose a lot of stuff that you've built up, and you got to rebuild it all again. It's just, and there's just not enough content in it. So yeah, No Man's Sky. I'll show you very shortly. We'll have a look around my condo, and I'll show you my computer setup. Okay, Jackson. Hey Jackson, welcome. Say hello to your dog for me. Your puppy. All right. So we'll have a look. Let's have a look. All right. Now, also, as you know, I build models as well. At the moment, I'm building a model of a Spitfire aircraft. My first aeroplane model build I've ever done. It's made by a company called Edard, and it's a limited edition. I don't think you can buy this kit anymore. It's a 1/48 scale. We'll have a quick look at that as well. I've just finished doing the cockpit on it. You've got to have a hobby over here, you know. I don't smoke, I don't drink. So I have a hobby, you know. Now YouTube's a hobby, and I must admit it's really eaten into my model building time. But even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd still be going out and doing what I'm doing anyway, and stepping away from my modelling as well. So, you know, I'm just going out and doing what I do during the day and visiting places and sharing it on YouTube is great. And the modelling I do on a YouTube channel there with over 6,000 subscribers on that too. So if you want to see my modelling channel, Oz Scale Modelling, that's it. All right, give myself a shout out. You can go check out that. All right, so let's have a look. Let's go for a quick look. Obviously, not much to walk around, but we'll just have a look. All right. So let's turn the camera this way, and we'll try and get a view out the window out there. There we go. Now, over in the distance there, I'll just get that camera to go over there. See? On a normal day before smoky season, you could see mountains over the back there. Now it's just covered in mist and smog, basically. It's all smog. Nice breeze comes through this window, nice cool breeze. And you'll see that I'm in the sun, I'm in the shade, this side of the building at this time in the morning, all right? Except here. So I've deliberately got this covered because, there we go. So where I was sitting over there is where the sun hits in the morning. And I'll show you out on the balcony here a little bit. Okay, there we go. So that, see, we've got air conditioning in it. There it is out here. So it's not much, it's a small balcony, but it's okay. I get a breeze comes through the window here, and it keeps it cool. When the hottest part of the time comes, the day comes, I'm in shade here. Okay, so the air conditioning you can see up above me there rarely gets used. I mean, I haven't used that in months. And even in the hot season, I'll only put it on for a couple of hours in the afternoon as it gets dark when it's the hottest time of the day, just to cool things down a bit. Can you be a peeping Tom on your belt? Yeah, I could. You know, I can see condos over there of the building, you can see. Yeah, there's not much. I'm not on the side of the building overlooking the pool, all right? And on the other side of the building, you're overlooking the hotel next door's pool as well. Here, no, I've got nice open, wide open view, and that's what I wanted. There's nothing worse than having a condo where you're looking into someone else's windows and balconies just across from you. I mean, that's just no good. Okay, so let me just get the camera down a little bit. There we go. There's my decorations for 12 months, 1 year, almost to the day of being here living in Thailand. There we go. Yeah, you're thinking of what hobbies? We'll go and have a look in a sec, other than computer games. So here's my, should I turn the camera? Let me just get this back up. I'm going to turn the camera around. There we go. That's better. All right, so there's my gaming rig. I got my computer down there. There it is. I bought that over here actually because I had a great computer back home. I ended up giving it away to my cousin, but it was too heavy. I couldn't bring it over here. So let me get the camera back around. No, mate, I'm staying here. My lease is up in a couple of weeks and I'm going to renew it. So that's my No Man's Sky. That's the Steam page up about that. But that's where I do my video editing for all my YouTube videos as well. Okay, so yeah. Now for the modelling, well, this is my little studio over here. All right, pretty well set up there. So I've got my laptop, which I use OBS to video from. I've got my Nikon Z50, I think it is, camera up there, points down. We've got our microphone for the audio on the boom. We've got a bright, powerful light there because you need a well-lit area when you're building models. That is just to cover it. I put a custom globe in there, as you'll see when I switch it on, how bright it is. Boom, there we go. Lights things up. There's the aircraft I'm building. That's the model I'm building. Edard 148 scale Mark 1 Spitfire. And yeah, all the instructions are there. The monitor up there is a larger view of what I'm working on down here, so I can see that everything is clear and in focus while I'm recording. Okay. Yeah, and their toys is right. Now, I don't know how well we'll be able to see this. Let's get down in here. So there's the fuselage. It's only a small plane. There's the cockpit that I've built. Look at that. Look at the detail in there. So you got the harnesses on the seat. All the bits and pieces in there. All right, and that's I'm pretty much up to putting the two sides together. So yeah, I bought some new brushes because some of the parts are so small that you use a brush. Out on the balcony there, I have an air compressor and a spray airbrush set up, and I airbrush everything. Okay, I'll show you something else that I built too, but. Yeah, so there you go. And then over here we have our bar area and the kitchen. I've shown all this on my video. Now, I haven't really cleaned up because I wasn't expecting to do this, but anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another model that I built. I'm just going to reach down in the drawer here, very carefully pick this up and put that on there. There we go. So this is a ship I built. There you go. The USS Oliver Hazard. Oliver Hazard. It's a frigate, Navy frigate. We're going to try and get that camera down to look at it properly. There you go. See? There it is. So I built that. Okay. And I know you're probably wondering, oh, what am I putting in the cupboard for? Well, because nobody visits me here. I'm on my own. Now, also, I'm going to just be very careful here. I'm going to bring up something here shortly that I also built. There we go. I'll put this up on the bench here. Now the front wheel's a bit wonky, but I'll fix that. So I also built that. What do you think of that? Eh? Formula One car. There we go. All the detail on the engine there. Eh? Alright, so there you go. What I do is I'm going to give these away. I'll find a coffee shop someplace that's got a bit of spare shelf, you know. I've also got the canopy part over the engine bay on that Martini Brabham, and the windscreen's down in there too. So there you go. I'll get the camera back. So that's it. There's where all the magic happens. All the magic. See? So, but yeah, so I'll be staying here, and of course, when you rent a condo, like my curved TV there, eh? Yeah, 46 square meters. And of course, all this furniture is included when you rent over here in Thailand. You know, you get the TV, you get the desks, you get your fridge, your microwave, everything. It's there. All you do is move in, bring your clothes, and you're done. That's it. Bring your clothes, buy your food, and you're right. Even your plates and knives and forks and towels and bed coverings, everything is there we go, is all there. So certainly good stuff. Makes you need to bring a lot less over. Just sell everything and come to Thailand, guys. That's all I can say. Just sell it all. There we go. I'll put that way back there. Oh, that's good. So there you go. Little tour of what I do. Over out there, you probably can't see. I'll just point my camera back. Hang on a second. There it is. Turn it around. See, down there is a little air compressor. I bought that over here. And then a little bench set up with a chair. And I sit out there with my airbrush and I got all my paints and thinners and everything all out there too. Okay. Yeah, and there's my favourite sun chair to sit back in the sun. And there you go. So yes, I re-signed for another 12 months. There are rooms to rent here, yeah. I don't think you'll get them this cheap. From what I know, they're close to about 10,000 for this size room. It all depends on how much renovated they are, right? So this is a studio, right? So when I say studio, there's no bedroom, all right? This is literally, look, I'll swing the camera back, right? So let's turn the camera. See, it's one room. Of course, your bathroom, shower and everything is in there. You got a fan, ceiling fan. But it's a nice space. It's a nice space for one person, yeah? It suits me absolutely perfectly. See? Get the camera back. Come on, camera. There we go. It really does suit me perfectly. And I'm not here, you know, it's not like I'm living here all the time, you know. I mean, camera, come on. What's it doing? This way. There we go. Yeah, it's not like I'm in here all the time. Like I say, I go out all day, every day. I go out and do stuff. But, you know, it's if I want to sit here and watch Netflix and come here at night, it's enough space. You know, somebody said to me in one of the comments on that other video about the 200 US a month rent here, he said you get better. What is it? It looks like the size of a prison cell or something like that. I think he said something to do with a prison cell. And I thought, wow, you must be in a pretty good prison if you got a cell that's this big. The only difference is that I can come and go when I want. You, if it is referring to him, he can't. But, you know, do your research first. Watch YouTube videos like mine, like others. This is how I researched, how I found out about what I wanted to do, what I needed when I came over here, what was available. The only thing that wasn't on my list of check boxes for a condo was there was no gym. That's it. Everything else was ticked on my box. And the gym wasn't a big thing either because I never went to the gym back in Australia either. I just thought it was just going to be like a New Year's resolution. I'll start going to the gym. But I haven't, and not just because there isn't one here. It's just I'm not interested really. But yeah, I mean, it's got a beautiful swimming pool here. you know, and downstairs, the reception downstairs, there's 3 girls work down at the reception, and they're there 6 days a week, right? We've got security guards here on site 24 hours a day, 2 of them all the time, even 3. We've even have a security guard whose job is up at the pool every day. He sits at the door to the pool every day. He has the best job in the world. He has a slingshot that he chases the pigeons away from the pool, but he keeps it clean and looks after it. And yeah, I guess he's a lifeguard as well. So yeah, it's really definitely great. And I've just found out just yesterday, they sent a message through, they're going to start painting the building as well. Some of the areas on the outside of the building are a bit old, so they're going to put some fresh paint over it. I thought you were so muscular, you must go to the gym daily. No, it's just the camera, mate. It's just the lens on the camera makes you look like that, really, it does. It's, you know, oh my God, gym daily, no. You know, all I do, the only workout I do is working on my Thai tan. You know, I'm working on my Thai tan. I'm trying to get brown. And it's coming up all right. Not so much on the camera, but, you know, I'm as brown as I would ever normally be. I can get browner than this, though. I go down to the pool nearly every day, just about every day for an hour or 2. I just lay back on the deck chair and listen to the podcast or something, or I, you know, jump in the pool and cool off. I used to, last year I was doing laps of the pool. I was really bad swimming. I could jump in the pool and do just 1 lap of the pool and I'd be exhausted. But after a time, if I kept doing it, I could do, I think I got up to about 15 laps of the pool. So, but then I slacked off when the weather got cooler and the water got colder. So now I'm back to probably about 5 laps or 4 laps of the pool. Beware of skin cancer, Pete. Yeah, look, I'm not worried about that. You know, I mean, I grew up all my life on beaches, all right? From Sydney beaches to the Gold Coast and Surfers Paradise. I've been in the sun all my life, and it's not a problem. Yeah. I know exactly how, yeah, I'm used to the sun. I am used to the sun, and yeah, I'm pretty right. If I was going to get skin cancer, it would have happened by now. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. You know, the way I look at it, there's a lot more things that could go wrong, isn't there? I mean, you could get hit by a car or a motorbike or something here, couldn't you? And so, you know, it's all good. Yeah, so, fantastic. You are still young and becoming a millionaire when you hit 60 soon. That's right. Yes, a Bart millionaire. Not quite millionaire, but yeah. Yeah, I had a question from a guy who was asking about the retirement thing, you know, being an Australian and what the rules are and stuff, you know. And I just double checked and found out just to make sure that my information was right, and it is, I think. Is that if you're entitled to collect your pension from Australia when you're 67 years old, that means that on my birthday, when I turn 67, I'll be on a plane flying back to Australia. I'll be going into Centrelink. I'll be putting my application in for my pension, maybe 2 weeks early so I can get it, you know, by the time I turn 67, and then boom, I start getting paid the pension. Just over $1,000 a fortnight, right? And then, but, and the big but is that I can't just hop on a plane and fly back here with my pension. I have to wait 2 years in Australia on my pension before it becomes what they call mobile. You can take it wherever in the world you want to live. Okay? Now, I'm entitled to the full benefits. Money-wise, I will lose the healthcare card and a few other things that, obviously not being Australia, you're not going to need any of the benefits anyway. But yeah, but now I can still fly over here for a holiday for up to, I think it's a maximum of 5 or 6 weeks and come back. That won't affect anything with the 2 years, but I do have to be staying in Australia 2 years on that pension before I can come back here. That is going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Otherwise, I pass everything else. I've been an Aussie resident, I've been working all my life and all that sort of thing, so I qualify for everything else. That's fine. And whereas 1,000, I think it's about $1,100. It might be a bit more. Well, the super will keep me going until for 7 years, until I can claim my pension. That's the plan. So yeah, the super will see me through for the next 7 years. Not a problem. But yeah, the 1,100 pension Australian dollars, that's not much if you're in Australia, is it? That's over 500 and something dollars a week. You know, you'd be lucky to find anything to rent for that would take every cent of that. You know, so you're going to have a problem with that, aren't you? But that much money over here in Thailand, well, you know, it's not an issue. I mean, look, I'm renting a place for here, and it's only costing me 400. Well, it's about 220 US dollars a month, US. So if it was about 350 Australian a month, okay, 350 Australian a month, a fortnight, you're down to $75 a fortnight. So $75 out of my $1,000 pension, that's a lot better than what it would cost me to rent in Australia. So yeah, I'll just get by for the first 2 years. I'll crash on my sister's couch. I'm sure she won't mind that. And I'll be good. What's this? Look for a sugar mummy. No. Cut it out. You look 40. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Sugar mummy? Are you kidding? Come on. You find a guy... right? I'm not going to go too young when I find a nice young lady one day, but I'm certainly not going to go too old. I'm not going to be looking for a Thai girlfriend or girlfriend that's going to be anywhere near my age. I can assure you. No, she's going to be around about the 30-year-old mark, maybe 30. And I'll give you a couple of hints too, a couple of clues. She'll have no tattoos and she'll be wearing no gold. All right? Yeah, because then they come with a history if you meet a girl with that, with tattoos and gold. Yeah, that's it. Look at Patia. Yeah. Yeah, I know they all look young and beautiful. They all do. Yeah. Yes, you can still visit. There's a certain number of weeks per year you can come over here. So you get trips. All right. Just make sure you need to let Centrelink know when you're going, because it happens automatically. Once you check out of the country on your passport, that's going to go through the system and you're going to be cut off. And you'll have to go and reapply for that 2 years again. Very important. All right. So. Yeah, you know, yeah, over here it's a different world, you know. Being an elderly person with a young partner it's just the regular thing. You just get used to it. It's the way it is. You get frowned upon in Australia, you know. I mean, my second wife, all right, there's only been 2, all right. There will never be a third, all right. My second wife, Filipino. She got, you know, yeah, it wasn't too bad, but there were looks every now and then, you know. She was about my age too. She wasn't much younger than me. She's probably about 4 years younger than me, that's all, you know. But very small, very petite, so looked younger. But you know, you'll find that as you get older, you don't give a F what anyone else thinks. You really don't. Not at all. Not at all. And over here, it's okay. I mean, look at all the people of other, what do they call them? Transgenders and the lady boys and people who identify as blah 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 and that. Well, a lot of them come to Thailand because there's no discrimination over here, or a lot less. So, you know, it's a bit more free out over here, I think. There's hope for you then. There is, of course, there's hope for everyone. Can you survive financially independent without a pension? No, really have not changed for a long time. They've slowly trickled and gone a little bit more. People are getting a little bit more, but you know, we're talking 10 years away. 10 years away, all right? 9 years before I'm entitled to a pension. I don't expect there to be any changes. There'll still be a pension because there's still going to be people retiring that need the money. That's a welfare. I know it's a welfare, but you know, I don't like using that word welfare because I worked hard and paid my taxes for years, all my working life. So I feel that I should get a little bit back, you know, for that. But yes, I would need my pension at that age, yes. You know, I have a decent amount of money coming with my superannuation in 2 years when I turn 60, and that will see me out to when the pension comes. But I won't be scraping the barrel come pension time. I'll still have money aside. So it's not, you know, it's not like I'm just living on that much per week. I'll still have superannuation money even that far down the track side because I'm living in Thailand. All right. Over in Australia, you can get unemployment benefits, all right, a new start or whatever they call it for being unemployed, but that's crap. That's not much money, and especially if you're a mature age like me. And how are you going to find full-time work? Maybe you get part-time work, and what the hell do you want to work for anyway? You know, so yeah. So I think that you can just it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. I got my plans worked out, and everything will be fine, even that far in the future. But if you're in Australia, yeah, you wouldn't be able to take. I'm taking my superannuation as a lump sum. Okay, I'm taking every cent of it out, and I can do that when I turn 60. The other option is you can leave it there, take a small amount out, whatever you want, but the bulk of it you can leave it and then and draw on that as like a pension, fortnightly or monthly as you like, and take that as an income. It's tax-free, and you can do that, right? Not a problem. In Australia, you'd have to do that because everything's so much more expensive to live. Over here, I don't need to do that. I just want my money. The trick is assets test when you're entitled to the pension. Your superannuation is means tested, and it's included as an asset. All right. So if you've got that money in there as your superannuation at the time you go to claim your pension, then that will reduce the amount of pension you get depending on how much assets you have. And as far as I'm going to be, I will have no assets whatsoever. All right, I will have no assets. I will be entitled to the full pension in Australia. And how? Because I won't have that money anywhere sitting in a bank. I'll have that money invested in a way that is not considered an asset. But if you want to know about that, you're going to have to email me because I'm not going to publicly talk about how I plan to do that. So, yeah. I'll give you a hint, all right? 3 months ago, gold in Thailand here, which is unique to Thailand, it's called baht. 1 baht of gold here, which is a certain number of grams, was worth 40,000 baht 2 months ago. 8 weeks ago, that's all. 40,000 baht. Okay? Today it's worth 47,000 baht. Nice little return, isn't it? From 40,000 investment, you're getting 47,000 baht back. No taxes out of that. That's cash swap. All right? If we skip back 12 months from August last year, okay, Thai baht was worth 30,000 baht. Thai baht was 30,000. Okay, that's when I bought some. All right, I bought a couple of baht, little bricks of gold. And over that 12 months, it went up by 10,000 baht. I made a 25% profit on gold in 12 months. Okay, if you'd have bought gold in August last year, you would have paid 40,000. Actually, about 38,000 baht. All right. Right? Now we're into March, it's now around 47. So already it's gone up by another 25%. And that's in less than a year. All right? So I'm talking in a couple of years now, it's over the past, I've looked back 6 years of gold in Thailand, it's never gone down. It's always gone up. Sometimes it goes up very, very slowly. Sure, goes up slowly, but it never goes down. You're never going to lose money buying gold, particularly gold baht, Thai baht. So a lot of my superannuation may be invested there somewhere. And the thing with the gold shops here in Thailand is they're all the same. They're all the same. What price it is in that shop is the same price in that shop in Chiang Mai, that one in Pattaya, that one in Bangkok, that one in Hua Hin. They're all the same. It's regulated. It's one price. That's what you pay. That's the sell and buy price. All right. So why did I sell your gold then? Oh, because I needed to buy a computer here, which was an unexpected expense. Okay. And there was... Oh, and I upgraded my camera from a DJI Action 1 to the DJI Action 4. So to me, that was an investment in YouTube. I can edit videos faster and better on my PC now, okay? And I can shoot better quality videos and spend less time editing because I'm getting all the quality and sound through my camera better. So that's a more long-term investment in the YouTube. So those investments are back into the YouTube business, you see. So that's why I sold that gold. All right. Yeah, I'll be wearing gold chains. Right now, I didn't budget for buying more gold. I can't afford to buy gold right now. I can't afford to go out and spend 40,000 on a brick of gold right now. All right. So, but obviously superannuation comes through. There we go. There's the investment in there. And like I say, these gold places as well, cash, or baht cash. All right. You walk in there with baht, you count it out to you. They weigh up the gold and they give it to you. You take your gold in there to sell it, they give it to you cash. There's no transaction, there's no trail. There's no trail from banks to where it's gone and what you've done with it. Oh, so he spent his superannuation, he just spent 100,000 Australian dollars on gold baht at a gold shop. See, there's a trail there that Centrelink can see. They know what you're spending your money in. They know your bank accounts. No, all they see is an ATM withdrawal of cash. They don't know where it was spent. And now if I ever get questioned, sure, I bought a bar in Pattaya and it went broke. I lost my money. Oh, well. And it happens all the time, and who's to say it didn't happen? So, you know, I bought a bar and it went broke. I invested in a business, cash, it went broke. Done. You can, yes, you can buy a quarter of a baht. Yes, they have smaller than 1 baht as well. Yeah. Craig, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Um, keep good work, enjoy your content. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I just say it as it is. That's all it is. Yeah, it's all good. You know, I mean, I do try to work on the thumbnails a little bit to attract people, but that's what you want. You know, and the thumbnails are literally about the video. There's no clickbait about them, you know. And once people come in and they watch the video and it's about what they're expecting to see it about, and they maybe learn something extra in there as well. That's what it's all about. It's all good. Yes, you can buy a quarter of a baht. Yeah. It becomes a famous YouTube rapper. Yeah, yeah, famous. Yeah. Gold chain. See, you can buy gold jewelry as well, which holds its value. But there's a bit of fluctuation there too, because it costs a little bit more because the work went into making the gold. So you can go buy your gold bracelets and gold necklaces and so forth. But you know, it's not like a little brick of gold that you know exactly what its value is. You know, the shops will weigh it. They'll tell you what it is by value, but then they may take a bit off or add a bit depending on its resellability of it, you know. So yeah. Yeah, that's true. I could put them into the teeth as well. Yeah, I could use a few new ones, that's for sure. Yeah, then when I need to go buy something, I'll just rip one out and cash it in, eh? Hello, David Hanak. How are you? From Long Not Da. Okay, Long Not Tha. I don't know where that is, but I'm sure it sounds interesting. Whereabouts in Thailand is that? Is that in Thailand? It almost sounds Vietnamese, a name like that, eh? Look at that. That's great. Wow, an hour and 22 minutes has gone past. That's brilliant. It's warming up out there. It's looking really nice. There is a slight breeze, which is good. One great thing too, if you near the Lao border, mate. Oh, okay, good, very nice. I was close, Laos, Vietnam. Yeah, great thing when you're hiring or when you rent a condo over here, anywhere in Thailand, pay attention to the direction it's facing with the sun. Okay, so if it's facing east, that's the best, because you'll get the sun come up in the morning, depending on how open it is in your balcony, and you'll get that morning sunlight when it's the cooler part of the day. All right, but as the sun goes around to the south and then makes its way around where it sets down in the west, you don't want a south facing. Okay, you don't want south facing, because you'll get sun directly into your place during the hottest part of the day. And that means aircon. Your aircon's going to be running more to keep cooler. We've got condos here overlooking the pool that face south, and I can't imagine living up there. They've got shades on their balconies to keep the sun from coming in. That's fine, but then you lose the view, don't you? And a nice open view. These curtains never close. I never close these curtains. They stay open all day, and you get a cool breeze. Also, I tend to, when these are open, if I open my front door into the passageway, this particular condo anyway, my front door has a second door at the front with mesh in it. You can't see through. It's like veneer thing in there. So it's still private, but the breeze gets through. So the inside door, I pop that open, and then I end up getting a breeze come through and just cools the place down. Or if the wind's blowing the other way, sometimes the breeze comes through the front door and out. So again, electricity can be a very expensive thing. Not by Western standards, but by these standards here. My electricity bill for last month was only, let me see, it was about 550 baht. Okay, not much at all. But I do know that in the heat of summer, my electricity bill will go up to about 1,200, even as high as 1,300 baht. And I'm not using the aircon much at all. There just are sometimes when you're sitting here working on your computer, gaming or video editing, and you're just sweating. You've got to turn the aircon on. Or I've got a ceiling fan here. Ceiling fan is great, okay? But that's no good if it's just hot air in here and it's just hot air coming in. But putting that aircon on, closing those doors and turning that fan on, and it cools down really quick. And of course, all the tile floors here help. You'll rarely find carpet in Thailand, all right? Two things you won't be able to buy in Thailand is carpet, okay, because that's just ridiculous. It just sucks in the heat and the dust. So always tiled floors, and prams and strollers. Nobody pushes babies around in prams here. There's just the roads and the sidewalks, the pavements are just not made for babies in prams, okay? What they do, the pram is your motor scooter, all right? I think from about 8 months old, as soon as they can stand up, as soon as your little baby can stand up, you've got to teach it to raise its hands up like this. Then it should be able to reach your rear view mirrors on your scooter, right? And that's it. The rest of the life, that's it. Yeah, they're on your scooter everywhere you go. They stand in the front from about 8 months, I'd say. Yeah, you don't need a pram over here. You'll never do well if you start a business selling prams. Just skinny dipping in your pool, Pete. Yeah, well, I can't do that when there's like 100 apartments looking down. But next year I'm thinking of renting a house. Okay, now I saw a subscriber comment on my one video saying that he rents a house. I think it was only about, God, it was cheap. It was about 10,000 baht, and it had a small pool in the house, and it was just on the other side of the city. And I thought, wow. I mean, it'd be hard to find a place with a pool, and it just needs to be a lap pool. I'm happy with that. Just somewhere I can just dive in and cool off during the hottest time of the day, you know. And then I can skinny dip because no one can see. I'm in my own house. I can do anything, you know. So there you go. Wow, you can come and sublet rooms for you. Sure, no problems. Yeah, I'll rent you this place for 16,000 a month, and I'll go move out while you're here. Chuck barbecues too. Absolutely, we'll have barbecues as well. So now I think after another year, realistically, this space will be a bit too small for me, and I would like to have something a little bit bigger. And I know I can get a house for the same I'm paying for this here, but a lot of houses you rent don't include the furniture, or they have very minimum furniture, but you would definitely probably have to buy your own fridge, maybe your own TV, your own couch, and certainly your own linen and stuff like that, so if you're moving into a house. But having that extra space and being a little bit more out of the city where it's a bit quieter, a little bit would be nice. No, I'm not planning to get married and have many children, no. I have one child as it is, and that's enough. He's 21 and he's taller than me and lives in Australia with his girlfriend from Myanmar, of all places, I think. I think she's from Myanmar. I keep getting that mixed up. Myanmar or Laos, not sure. But yeah, a house. And then I could buy a dog. Always wanted a dog. Maybe I was suggested adopt a soy dog, so maybe do that. So I wouldn't mind having a pet. But yeah, just I think a little bit more space next year would be the way to go. And I know that 8,000 would probably get me a nice place. A pool, I don't know. That's something I would really like, and it's probably going to be hard to find. But you know, places like this, even this place here, I don't know how much it is, I can't remember, but if you don't live here and want to use the pool, they'll let you for a small fee, okay? The hotel next door will let you use their pool. Most condos with pools will let people come in that don't live there, but I don't really want to be paying 100 baht a day when I go to another condo's pool. No. My own place, my own pool. Well, even buy a pool, you know. Get an inflatable pool from the pool shop. Set that up. That'd be too much work though. No. Usually if you're renting a house and it has a pool, maintenance of that pool is included in the rent. So someone will come around once every week or two and look after the garden and maybe and keep the pool clean. I'm sure that's part of the deal. I would have to look into that, you know. What I'm looking at doing too is a video, like the other video went really well on the $200 a month condo, like I am in here. That video was very, very popular. So what I want to do now is I want to find a house for the same price and see what you get. So I'm thinking of paying a visit to Perfect Homes, asking them if you mind giving me a look at one of their houses to do a video on. Just so we can look and do a comparison of what a condo compared to a house, the location, the facilities, everything you're getting, what the disadvantages and advantages are of it, but being a house. So there you go. Let's watch Speedo's cleaning the pool. Yeah? Well, you're going to have to become a channel member to see that sort of content, right? Channel members get extra content, but I'm not saying what they're seeing, but you never know, you know. Surprise. Oh gosh. Anyway, there you go. We've had a good chat. It's been a good 12 months. You know, there we go. That looks a bit gay. No, I don't want to do that. But there you go. 12 months living in Thailand. It's the longest I've spent in another country. It's not the longest I've spent overseas traveling, but it's the longest spent in one country. Before that, it was India, where I spent nearly 6 months. But that doesn't compare to Thailand. That's a whole other world, India, you know, yeah. But again, please, if you haven't already, you're watching this now, you're watching this as a replay, please hit that subscribe button. Go back and watch all the videos all about my experiences moving here to Thailand to live and retire. And all the information you need for getting your visa, getting your retirement visa, getting your driver's license, residence certificate, finding a condo, it's all there. Everything I went through, which I'm pretty much a typical example of most people coming over here to retire, you know. So, you know, yeah, you're welcome, mate. Always sharing my life, yeah. And if you want to see the other parts of my life, Oz-Scale Modelling. You can check out what I do with my Spitfire and my other models. That channel's been going for about 4 years now. And it's a whole different thing, but again, it's a hobby, and you need to have a hobby. You need a hobby when you retire. Wherever you live, you need to have a hobby. All right? Keep your mind busy. Keep doing something. You know, otherwise things just stop, and what are you going to do? You know? Anyway, that's another subject. All right. Well, thank you all for watching, guys. And we might do this from here next week again, or we might be out somewhere. We'll see what's happening. And yeah, like I say, subscribe to the channel would be great. And I'll see you all in the next video. All right. Cheers all. Have a good one. Bye for now. Thanks to all the new people as well. See yous.